We drove an hour out to Portland because we heard they had a vegan mini mall, but unfortunately I think that most of the places shut down. But we did find this one place that we got some sandwiches from. But then we found a veggie grill right after, and naturally we had to go there and get some of their yummy food. By the way, if you haven't tried their tacos, like the mass veggies, you should. Look what I found! Very excited. Got my little thrift store buddy with me. Oh my gosh, this is like the nicest thrift store I think I've ever seen. Look at this. You want to play with all the toys? I don't blame you. Oh my gosh, look at that vase. Holy moly, I could spend a long time in here. Pick up sleeping bags. Look at this color. I love it. Oh, these are actually really expensive, these little rocking chair things. My gosh, look at this one for a little kid. Here's a steamer trunk. This is $29.99. That is epic. Are you kidding me? How much is that? $19.99? What a steal. I would totally buy that. This is really cool. Really cool stuff. Little set too. It's really pretty.
No, that cup.
What did you find? Oh, those are for knitting. Mommy doesn't know how to knit. $1.99. $6.99 for a bag of thread. Oh. Oh yeah.
Toys I can play with.
Oh, look who joined us.
Wow.
She's having a blast in here. Hey, buddy. Oh wow, that's really interesting. Oh my gosh, look at all these puzzles. Puzzles galore. And so many games. Games are expensive. You guys should come here to get some. Check your thrift store. I had been out, like you guys saw previously at the beginning of the video, doing like laundry, and from the looks of it, it might have looked from like people from afar that I was like solo camping by myself, because Trav was inside with the kids most of the time or out at the park with them, and I was kind of like on my own. I did notice a white truck drive by a few times kind of slowly, but again, we're in a campground and you need like access, like an access code to get into the campground, so I didn't really think anything of it. And we have like people across from us, even though it was the week, so it wasn't as crowded as it would usually be on a weekend. So like the people all to the side of us were gone, so something really scary happened, and thankfully Travis was here when it happened. This white truck that had been driving by pulled up really quickly, like right next to our motorhome, and the guy got out really fast, very quickly walked to the front of our motorhome door and tried to open it and like come inside. We were all in the motorhome when it happened, and I was sitting in the office chair. I call it my office chair, like this chair right here, because I usually do a lot of my work there and my editing, and so I was sitting there like watching it all happen. It startled me, I guess, at first, but I didn't think the guy was gonna try to like come into our motorhome. Thankfully we had the door locked, but Travis was like in the kitchen area right here, so he saw him and like opened the door. Travis shouldn't have opened the door, and I told him after, I'm like, Travis, you can't open the door like that, babe. We got kids in here. It's not safe. You know, next time just talk to him, open the window and talk to him. He's like, you're right, I shouldn't have opened the door. So we know now from now on to not do that, but he opened the door instantly. Travis knew it was not a good situation. I ended up filming like right after this happened. Well, I didn't start filming at first after it happened, and like the initial shock wore off and the guy was like getting ready to go back to his car and drive away. I took photos of whatever I could of the guy and his car, because I knew, one, we were either gonna have to make a police report, or two, at least report it to the campground what happened. And then after that, I got the camera out and you can tell Travis was a little shooken up. I'll just let you watch it from here, what unfolded afterwards. Weird and scary and kind of odd. What would you call it? Something not good just happened.
Not right. You know, when something doesn't seem right, doesn't feel right, and it like rubs you the wrong way, I guess you could say.
Okay, story time.
So we're in our motorhome. There's 3 open spots next to us this way.
I'll show you.
Well, someone just pulled up now.
Yeah, someone has pulled up now, but it was pretty empty. Okay, so there was nobody really around.
It was, yeah, nobody around over on this side. This guy pulled up very abruptly next to the side. Sped walk fast straight to the motorhome. Tried to open the door.
Right, yeah.
And we keep our door locked, just, I don't know, it's like habit, you know, when people might think that that's crazy, but we do for stuff like that. So I opened the door I know, people always say like, oh, why would you open the door? But like on the other side of us, we're surrounded by a bunch of people, and we're in like a little
we're in a campsite,
yeah, a campsite, like, but not in the middle of nowhere. We're in like a campground that takes a gate access code to get in. So immediately, if it was a right situation, the guy would immediately, if he was genuinely, he's like, oh, and he's like looking around like he's kind of off or confused, like, oh, I'm looking for 79. And like, now, this isn't it. But during the whole time, he's like looking in and looking behind me and looking around. It's like, if you genuinely made a mistake, you open the door and see that it's not anybody that you've ever seen or know, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And obviously I got the wrong camper. I'm so sorry. And then
basically he was casing our motorhome. First, I think he thought
so.
that maybe like he would try to find a camper that was empty and open to try to rob, or to case out the RV.
Yeah.
And so Travis called the campground, and they're going to be keeping an eye out for him now. We're going to take a picture of it so that they can let everybody else know what the guy looks like and what his truck looks like. Well, at least everyone's aware, We did
that's that's all we can do is just let them know, and they'll keep an eye on the front office area.
Yeah.
And then that's the maintenance guy, and he can kind of cruise around.
Yeah.
And then at least like people are sort of like aware of like what's going on.
Yeah. Good job, honey. You did the right thing. So the point of me wanting to share this with you is because I just want to kind of spread some awareness. It doesn't just happen in RVs or, van life. This happens obviously at people's houses too. Lock your doors, have protection. Thankfully, our doors were locked and we do have protection. It's not to scare you at all by any means. Enjoy your life, but also be aware and be prepared. We are getting ready to go on a magical little forest adventure. Well, I guess we're already on it. I got the kids in the wagon. Give me a kiss. Okay, one more time and that's it. Tree is stunning, but they're also extremely poisonous to animals and humans, so. We found the river. Got your feet sweat? What do you think, Storm? Do a little grounding.
I'm gonna go see the water.
Okay, honey, go ahead. I'm tired.
You go.
It's the coolest toothbrush for kids if your kids don't like brushing their teeth. This thing's awesome. Got these little bristles, silicone food grade bristles, and they just put in their mouth and they go like this, back and forth, back and forth. Try to link them below if I remember. Okay, here you go. Brush those teeth. Brad is making his famous salad dressing. Patreon knows all about it. Putting on California.
Okay, we're putting on Oregon.
guys, thank you so much for watching. We're sending you all of our love and all of our positive energy. We hope to see you in our next video. Mwah.
You know we'll be here.
Will you?
On and let go. Add color into your soul. Now life's like a movie. Camera pose. One time for the girl, Channon Rose.